Well, hot damn! It's another episode of Grimrock. Oh, fucking hell. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Grimrock. I took your advice. A lot of people, well, I don't know. It was a few people wanted to see me do it blind, but a few other people said, look, if it was going to be a blind run, then maybe it should have been a blind run the whole way through. I kind of see that, sort of. I like to mix and match, but yeah. So I've already played through this floor. In fact, out of all episodes I've done, this is like the closest to a back-to-back completion of a floor from my test run that I've like ever done. As in, I literally 2 seconds ago was sitting about, scratching my balls, just doing nothing but playing through this dungeon. And now I've actually finished this floor. And I'm fresh, I'm ready to show you guys. I'm also procrastinating a little bit. I've got lots of footage that I've recorded for kind of a big Guild Wars 2 video that I want to do soon. But, oh man, I'm just kind of preferring to put out Grimrock at the moment. So, before I get back to that, I thought, hey, why don't I have a bit of a talk to you guys? We can actually continue on through the dungeon. So anyway, I'm going to stop running around with my head cut off. We're also kind of starting this episode from a little bit of a different area because I did some weirdness to go get this blueberry pie. Which I'm not even sure. This seems like such a weird item. I don't think you get any more blueberry pie anywhere. I do want to point out one thing with the pie, though. Think about this, right? It looks kind of fresh-ish, sort of. So is it possible that the guy that baked this pie is somewhere down here? Like, that's kind of weird. Like, just the idea that someone has the capacity to bake a pie somewhere on the way down here, I really like. Anyway, it may look like I'm just running around not doing very much, but can you see this gate here, which is pretty much opposite, well, very close to the entrance of this floor, right? The entrance of this floor is just down that corridor and off on the left. You see that there's like a spider you might have seen in all these bolts? Just so that you guys are aware, there's a new guardian over there as well. Just so that you're aware, when these lightning bolts come across, you might see a gate appear over on the far side of this room. That's the end of this floor. It's like right here, and I love it, as I say, I love it when games do this. That's our eventual goal. It's just over there. And these lightning bolts are actually being triggered by a spider, like a really tanky spider, which is super cool, so. Anyway, I want to let you guys know that, how close it all is to the save crystal. As we progress, we'll be opening many different rooms and alleyways that lead us back into this section, which is very cool. But for now, actually, do you know what? I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of struggling where the hell I'm meant to be going. Oh yes, I remember. For now, we're going to be coming down here. Oh, did I tell you actually? Yeah, I opened this switch. This switch I ignored on the previous episode because I thought it was going to open up that and kill me. It turns out if it did open that up, I'd be right at the end of the floor, which isn't true. No, what it does is it opens a secret door to get you to the save crystal. So we've now broken back through into an area that we'd already explored before, right? So everything's kind of opened up because we found the secret entrance already. And also, before we get started, this note as well. That's what that was telling us. You know, we picked it up through one of these gates here. That was kind of meant to be telling us where the secret rune is. That's what the icon is. It's showing us where the rune is to open the secret door. I've noticed we found like 3 of these throughout the Let's Play. All of them I've not really been very sure what they're supposed to be telling me about. I don't know. I don't think I'm bad at recognizing maps or anything, but they're so abstract, those little pieces of paper. I can't imagine anybody actually figuring something out from them. But again, that could just harken back to old other gamers that played games like this. Maybe they were old tropes that people were used to. Anyway, we have this long corridor that we were progressing up a little bit, and we have like this insanely difficult puzzle to do here that for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. Like, there is nothing in this room whatsoever that I could be like activating outside of all these hidden switches. So it took me a really long time. I had to read a guide, I had to figure everything out, and then eventually I realised that it's bugged and you just can't complete it. So that's gonna be that's not gonna be the end of Grimrock. It was this lever. Come on, I was watching it on the edit and I was like, how have I missed that? How has my brain like just totally disregarded the existence of this thing? What is that craziness? But you'll notice it didn't actually open this gate like I was expecting it to. No. In fact, it opens one of the wooden doors that was like on the other side. So we've still bypassed one wooden door, remember that? But also there's this extra room over here now. Something very cool about this little section of the game is it's going to release lots of enemies like this, like Ugardins, that are just going to stupidly stand in the corridor and get themselves killed, literally on the lightning. And you can lock them away like that and just have them kill themselves. I wouldn't necessarily recommend you do it this way. So look, there's even 2 in here right now because it's getting blocked by someone else. I wouldn't necessarily recommend you do it this way because you won't actually get experience from them unless you at least tag them. So do bear that in mind. See, I don't think on my other run, both Chaos and Arachne had leveled up at this point because they'd hit those 2 enemies. Well, this time they hadn't. Arachne is in a bit of a weird place as well for leveling up, guys. She's in a weird place, and this is going to be another opportunity for you guys to kind of interact with the series and guide me a little bit, just depending on what you want to see. As you can see here, she's leveled up again. She's got 4 points available. We last time finished Earth, basically. I could keep going into Earth. I could get her more vitality, resist poison for the entire party, and then tons of resist poison for her alone. But I'm not convinced there's much poison coming up anyway, so I'm not sure I really want to max that. So that means for the rest of the game, she can be going into anything else. Well, we've already gone a little bit into Spellcraft, which now would give us improved combat caster, sure, but again, I've mentioned the clicking, so I'm not too keen on that. The rest of it's going to be energy and willpower. And then finally, spells will cost 50% less energy. I'm not sure how useful that is. So we can either keep going into Earth if you guys really want to see it, which isn't going to give us any new spells or any new power necessarily. We can go into Spellcraft, which will beef us up a little bit because of the willpower. Or we can now specialise in a new element. I'm not doing staff defense. I don't see the point in it. That could let her wear light armor if we really wanted, but there's no point. So we could, though, now maybe go into air, fire a bit further, or even start off with ice. It's up to you guys. I don't know. I couldn't make a decision. I think I just threw them willy-nilly into... oh, I should not have let myself get hit there. I think I threw them into maybe fire. I don't know. I didn't cast any of the spells, so... last time. That's what I did. We could, but, you know, I can't really remember how many more of these gardens we're going to fight. We're already killing them reasonably well, so I don't see the point in... you know, speccing out really far into air magic just so that we have an easier time fighting them. It seems a bit pointless. Anyway, we've got this little room here, and there's nothing but dead ends, okay? There's no, like, secret switches or anything like that, but there is this lever. So we can pull this, and it doesn't seem to do anything. Actually, I tell a lie. There is a secret switch. If we come back over here... not over here, somewhere in this room. Hold on. Hold your horses, because there's definitely a secret switch in this room. Definitely there's a secret switch. Come on. Come on, don't let me down now. I don't want to have to cut already, just because I've missed this one secret switch. There it is, there it is. Yes. So, there's a secret switch which actually open up a door over here, which lets us get really deep into this little tunnel. In fact, if I look off on the right, you can see that's the end. That's the lovely mouth that's been shooting stuff at us. Well, if you get your timing right, you will notice there's a little alcove over there. This isn't a secret. It's just something cool, a little cool thing that you can find lightning bombs, which are going to be useful for us later. You also notice Arachnia is getting, like, quite overloaded here because of all these bombs, like, because they stack up. I'm actually going to take the blueberry pie off of her and put that on this. Oh, no, and we're running out of light. But it's okay. Chaos got that other torch that we got last time, so that's fine. I think I've been really good this Let's Play. I really do, with keeping us in light the whole time. Not had any compliments, but I can go without. Anyway, there's a secret switch there as well, guys, which if you press, you'll notice it actually opens a door here. Do give it a couple of minutes before you open that and try and rush through that door, because it takes a while to open and you could get hit by the lightning. Now in here you're going to find an enemy to fight, a nice big ogre, not too dangerous. In my test run just now, Natalie was just getting hit by this guy just so frequently, like all the time, and she will die after, like she got put on like less than 10% health anytime she got hit, because she was taking almost 100 damage, and her health can't be that high. Her health's 105, so she really is quite worrying, and I reckon he probably could one-hit KO her. And I don't know, I was getting really unlucky fighting these guys. Obviously, just be careful though, be a pro like you see me being, and you'll be fine. Also, not only do we get these lightning bombs, but if you do find that extra secret, you now get a lightning rod too. This is a lot like our old Venom Edge, and it's a lot like the Fireblade. They basically, this one is just for the air achievement, which is great, and I've talked about how strong air spells are before. There's also a key here, a gear key. Interesting. I'm not going to tell you what that's for, because I I envisage the end of this like floor where I can be like, aha, and then this is what this key's for, and it will blow all of your socks off. I promise, it will blow your minds. So I didn't mean to do that. What is wrong with me? Chaos has also leveled up. I'm just going to keep going into axes here. He's much more simple because I want rampage, which is great. Arachnia though, because I want your feedback, guys, she's just going to have like that level up sign on her from now on. Which sucks, but hey, there you go. Now, last thing I want to do is I'm going to rest. In my test run, I had no weird dreams, no messages from... Actually, no, I did. We will see a message from Tyrim. Don't let me lie to you so quickly. We will have a message from him. What is that? Okay. Now, chase this thing down. And do you remember we pulled that switch earlier? That actually opened up another wooden doorway. That's this one here, earliest on. Now, there are going to be enemies there. This is another situation where you can have them die to the lightning, like so. Okay, no, he didn't die to the lightning. He will that time. As long as you get the tag, you'll be all right. Oh, Earth Mage is a little bit annoying here, because I don't... Knowing that there's a risk that I can poison myself walking through that, it really It really annoys me when I lay down those fields and I don't need them. This guy will be hiding around the corner and jump out on you, and he made me, like, a little bit of wee came out. I've got to be honest. I really scared me when I was running through here earlier. Grab your extra torch. You will need it. And we're in my opinion, the hardest bit of this floor in just 1 second. There are 2 small passageways that you can check it out before, though, right? We got this little passageway, which leads to some throwing axes and our note? Question mark? I thought there was a note from Turum in here. Maybe that's in the other passageway. So you got just the throwing axes? Really? Is that it? Yeah, like this is... You know how sometimes there's mazy areas on floors? This is the mazy area, okay? This is it for this floor, and it's the worst one yet. Because we've seen some new enemies, right, guys? And you might even be able to hear one of them right now. It gives you 2 frost arrows. I don't know why it's doing this. We're going to get some frost quarrels later as well. Is it hinting that frost damage is supposed to be so good for us right now? I'm not sure. But here's the note from Turum. And they get slowly longer and more interesting, honestly. I mentioned it ages ago, but you should by this point be feeling a bit of a connection to this poor guy. So note, the court that sentenced me to exile here in the bowels of the mountain couldn't have known of the existence of these tunnels. But even though Mount Grimrock is in the most remote parts of the realm, is it possible that the king would let such dangerous powers breed within his domain? Which is an interesting idea. What I quite like about this note as well, I don't know, I draw this little bit of subtext from it, it might not be true, but we haven't actually seen any new enemies for a while now. We've had Turum writing notes for a while now, so is he talking about enemies we've already seen, or maybe some new enemies we were about to encounter? Maybe. I really want to save it before this, but no, we're gonna troop on through. So, hold your bearings. Whatever the hell you do in this area, make sure you know where the way out is. Because there are a lot of monsters, okay? I thought there was only 1 ogre guy in there. There's 2 ogre guys in there. So, straight away, just be careful. I thought it was clean sailing. There were just going to be lots of other small things to fight. And then I just got ambushed. I died in here a total of like 3 times. I got like 3 game overs in here. And every time I came back in, I couldn't find where the second guy was until it was too late. And he'd just come and ambush me. Now, that's quite funny because he's going to get hit by the shock there, which is awesome. And he's going to take that little bit of extra damage. If you get hit by that charge attack, it does damage to both your front and back line, in case you're wondering why that's freaking me out so much. Obviously, Arachnia with a wonderful 44 health. She's not... 44 health, she's not going to do too well. Look, Chaos has got 4 times the amount of health she does. He's over on 200 now. Just rocking it out. What a boss. Okay, so anyway, that's one of them done. And as long as you know where this exit is, you can do ye olde door tricky, so just bear that in mind. Now, where are you? Oh, there's one. Okay. Another thing that happened, one of the reasons for the game over wasn't necessarily just because of the giants, or the... No, they're not Ettins, are they? I always think of them as Ettins. But one of the other reasons why I died was because I was fighting a new Guardian, and 2 of them came from the maze behind me, and I was like taking double hits, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Both my backline died, and... I say it was a game over. It wasn't really a game over. Basically, just the guys on the back died, and I don't like that because then they start running out of experience. And I definitely don't want that to happen while I'm recording, so I always just reload. I do know that those bolts are still there. I'm just making sure that I'm alright before I progress forward. There's plenty of small items and things on the floor here too, guys, so go nuts. Feel free to pick them all up. You'll notice that tar bread over there that I am, yes, very keen on getting, but just be sure that you're safe, because there's still a second guy for us to fight somewhere around here. I will show you the map in a second, because these things always look way more complicated than they actually are before you look at the map. Oh, I'm so glad you came back around that corner. I'm so glad. He's just going to flee off again, isn't he? Yeah. There. He's right there. Okay. Where's the way out? Where am I? Okay, right. The way out is over here. He's right in the deep bits of it. How many Ugardens have we killed? 1, 2? Because I think there's 4 in here. I was talking about the UI and seeing how I understand that people don't like how mouse-driven this game is. One thing I do really like, though, is precasting the runes. It feels a lot like kind of knocking an arrow before turning a corner, or scoping in an FPS, or even just reloading, basically, in any old FPS. There we go, hello. Now, the scary thing about these areas is you could wedge yourself into a corner, and if he's charging at you, you don't need me to explain how that could go. So, There we go. This is towards the entrance, I think. Now, often... Oh. I thought he'd zoomed past me. Often they'll just zoom like right beyond you, so beware of that. I know that we're not going back to the entrance right now. I just want him in this situation because then you can have a nice easy time like this. This is probably the best way to kill these guys in the area. If I'm going to give you any good advice, let this be it. And he should go down now. Ah, that would have been amazing if he died there, but she hit 0 damage. That sucks. Arachne is out of energy. What? Alright, let's just hit him, shall we? Oh my god, how much health have you still got? Need my bolts back, bro. There we go, he's down. 11 bolts in that guy. Oh, we need to find the rest of them as well, our other ones. So, this is kind of the little mazy area. I'm always tempted to say catacomby area. I'm not sure why. Because they're not all catacombs. This is how to progress. Be very careful, though. Don't, like, flee. I believe on my very first ever original run through this game, I was once running away, and I found... Because I remember this being a very difficult area. I think I was struggling a lot at this point in the game, really. Especially with having to fight 2 of those guys. I remember running away, really clearly running away from those guys. And... Oh, we haven't even had that shield equipped on Arachne when we could have. I remember running away from those guys and then going into that teleporter. At least I'm pretty sure that's something that happened to me. And it's... you're in a world of pain going through that teleporter, even in the best situations, let alone when you're on your last legs, having ran from these Guardians and stuff. This also seems like it would be a great place to put lots of secrets, but it's not. There's nothing really. Now, there's a door here. Remember we got that key? The key doesn't go into that door. It doesn't work, so... Yeah, that will be our goal in a moment. But not just yet. So anyway, make sure at least you get the lightning bombs if you're going to get anything from this area, guys. There's some bread here too, some legitimate bread. And the tar beads too. And then you're pretty much sorted. I think there might be one other little thing. The game gives us like just a crappy leather cap as well. Ah, what? Whoops, didn't mean to go that way. The game gives us like a crappy leather cap at some point on this floor. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I get really suspicious now, because what I'll do is I'll like play a batch of the floor, and then I'll think to myself, okay, now I'm going to go and look at the guide, make sure I haven't missed any secrets. Whenever I see them, I'm like, there must be a secret here, but I can never figure it out. Anyway, we're going to go through here, guys. And I'm going to go save it at the save crystal. I know I just faffed about in here for so long. I'm going to go save it. I'll see you guys in a second, because it's hard, as I say. There we go. Are you alright, Arachne? You need that nice long sleep when everyone else is perfectly fine. And now Natalie's hungry. Yay. Okay, right. So here's what we're going to do, guys. We got some nice equipment here. Okay, so Arachne is going to take... Actually, no. Chaos is going to take... should I split it amongst them? This next room's going to have a lot of poison damage in it, right? So, yeah, Natalie's going to take it. There's no point having Chaos with it. Where's his axe gone? There we go. Right, so Natalie's going to take the bombs. And then, sorry, shit. Arachne is going to take the bombs. Natalie is going to take this wand. She's going to keep her shield on... Yeah, she's going to keep her shield on. We're going to be stuck on Natalie's inventory. Natalie is also going to get a quickness potion, because she's my little favourite. Wait, hold on, what? Oh no, that's a cave now, not a milk reed. Boop. There we go. She's going to get a quickness potion so she can spam that nice and quickly. We're just going to spam lightning. The thing with Arachne is, obviously, because she does poison damage, she won't do much otherwise. We can also enchant our arrows to make things even easier for ourselves, as long as I remember. I think that's it. Yep. Okay, so that should be us done. Lastly, again, because it's poison, throw up a poison shield before you go in. Drink your potion. It's like the fighter's challenge all over again. Okay. Now, kill whatever range stuff you possibly can first. Oh, no. Arachne has been poisoned. That didn't happen before. I don't have any like anti-venom either. Just make sure you kill the range stuff. The little bitches that hang about together like that. Yeah, those. Oh, that was really cool. Did you guys see that? Did you see how that worked? It like gave us... It shot over the kind of... Like one arrow managed to land like behind the enemy. I'm not describing that very well. So aim the ranged ones first. That's the last ranged one. There we go. He's down. And now pick off. Look at how low Arachne got. Oh my god. Can I create a potion in this room? I can. Oh, I'm such a boss. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right. Once you've picked off the ranged ones, go for the weak ones. The ones that we were fighting really early on in the game. Okay? Those ones there, right? The big ones... are like tanks. This is kind of cool, actually. It reminds me a lot. They're all kind of a very traditional kind of setup. Some of them, they all have very specific roles, basically. Like some are ranged DPS, some are tanks, and then some are kind of you just regular grunts. Leave the ones with the kind of the big mushroom caps. Those ones just take ages to kill, and they don't really do much damage. They're also very slow, so you can leave that. Right, and aside from that, though, you pretty much can just clear out the room. Now, when they're the only ones left, it's just a matter of mopping them up. They're really not that dangerous. If you do enchant your arrows like I just did, look at that, see 134 damage. If you do enchant your bolts, make sure you do a bit of a sweep, grab them again, and you should be fine. And these guys are going to drop keys for us. So if you remember, there's a key that's up in that maze that we were in earlier that we needed to get through a door. This is where you get it. And also, I can only hit people like in melee with that thing now. That's brilliant. And also, there's another key, which you'll notice, actually, we can't get back out through that teleporter. We can't re-escape this room, which sucks, but that's the way they do it. So the main thing you want to do here is just be careful that you don't get surrounded, put in a corner, and then particularly when you're... The thing is, like, they can corner you and then do lots of damage, or you can be free to roam around, but then they'll do lots of damage anyway because, essentially, you're being... ranged by the other guys. It's so hard to talk sometimes. There we go. Let's just blow him up. That's an actual reason to use these things. Where is Natalie's dagger gone? There it is. Right. I didn't do that in the smoothest way possible, but there you go. Anyway, guys, look, we're about 20 minutes in. I've still got a lot to say, but hey, we're going to have to call it there. I'm sorry. We've got a skull. This here on the guide I'm reading, this was finally where the guy was like, oh, hey, you might want to keep a skull with you. So we're going to grab that just because, why not? And yeah, I'm going to just clear out this room. I will see you guys for more Grimrock next time. This really isn't that long of a floor. We might be able to finish it like next episode if I'm nice and I make them quite long. But yeah, okay, thanks guys, honestly, and I will see you next time when maybe we'll have our blueberry pie.